Guys, DDAmanda is the #1 stock screener and scanner. This is how you find these winning plays and get in early, okay? And you got 1 hour free one-on-one training and instant support. And check out these testimonials. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of these. Guys are making a ton of money using the software. Hey guys, this is an update on Umbra Technologies, UATG. Now, this is probably one of the best companies that we've ever found. It's a holding company, okay? And they have 8 subsidiaries right here. Now, I'd like to focus on 2 of them. This one here is some revolutionary technology on orthopedic bone uh, inserts, implants. And they are actually in production. These are actually being used in hospitals as we speak, and they're generating some revenues on it, but they need to expand, okay? The other one is this H2O processing. Now, what they're doing is they're cleaning oil, okay? And this is also some pretty revolutionary technology. And again, these guys have these systems in place and they're starting out and they are starting to generate revenues off of them. So this is a really, really good company. I love this company. Probably the best one we've ever found. So let's go over some of the trading on this. She's at 0078 right now. Back in January, we added her to our picks, DDAmanda picks, okay, on the 19th, and she was trading it almost exactly where she is now, all right? And here's our notes on her. So what she did was she did go, go up after some time to reach, this is actually a 100-day high of 0117. And then she just kind of dropped back and dropped down to even 0041. We got more shares in this area, okay? So now she's starting to go up. Here's the 90-day chart on her. Now, what I'm most impressed about on this company is their CEO. They have an insanely awesome CEO, okay? And he does regular updates on YouTube, company updates, and I'm going to be showing you some clips of the latest video that he did, okay? So right now, this is the daily trading on Friday. It's kind of an uptrend here. And she did have, look at this, a 9 factor, okay? 9 times what she usually trades. So there's something going on here. She is starting to move up, okay? Now let's get to the CEO videos. Okay, this is their YouTube channel, and look at all these videos. He really makes an effort to keep shareholders informed. I love that about this guy. I wish more companies would do this. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about this latest one that he put out on Friday, and I've got some excerpts that I took from this, and we'll go over those. So let's talk about those. Okay, the very first one is regarding financing. This guy does not, he wants good financing. He does not go for toxic debt or convertibles or any of that bullshit. He wants top tier financing and he's going to get it. They're working on it. So here you go.
In the future. Again, there are a lot of ways to do this, but if you're looking at non-dilutive banking, non-toxic credit facilities, you have to. I guess the best way to put it is make sure you have the right dress on for the ball, right? So we just need to make sure that we're doing everything we need to do to tighten the company up or tighten the packages we put together for the existing credit facilities and banking relationships that we're growing.
The second one is regarding a reverse split. Now, there's some guys want this to get the stock price up, but he is totally against it, and he explains why. So here we go on that.
I got a few phone calls. This has come up in the past. I don't want to do, big thing about this. I've addressed this previously, so I don't want to make it something that we spend a whole lot of time on. But I know that if I don't address it, it kind of creates a life of itself on these blogs or chat boards and so forth. So understand this. My position on reverse splits has not changed. Again, for the individuals that I spoke with, I get it, right? And I do understand it. It's premature. We're not looking at that right now at all. That's not something we're focused on. I'm not a big fan, as many of you who have been around a while know, but doesn't mean that they're all bad. There's a way to do anything in life, really. There's the correct way and the incorrect. And to do it now would be incorrect. You have to make sure, and I've told this to the few individuals I've spoke to on the phone, so I just want to say this to you real quick. You need to have a few things in place to be able to initiate a corporate execution like a reverse. One, you have to have market liquidity, right? You have to have the interest, but you also have to have the support. You have to take a look at what is the resistance, what is the support, what's the support of the market, but also the market makers. You have to make sure that wherever you're going to land, that price is wherever you land, it can be substantiated on your balance sheet. In order to meet minimums now, you would have to do this very extreme reverse split. Where's your market liquidity going to go after that? The other piece of this is, how are you going to engage with any banking relationship or any credit facility if you don't have the interest of the market? You could say, well, Alex, you're selling the units, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's great. That's great. But the public side of the company has to equal the subsidiaries and the actual operation and revenues of the company. There is no shortcut here. You can't just fast track to a certain price per share and not expect to collapse if it's not real. You don't just get to make up your price per share, right? So let's put that on the shelf. We can take a look at it down the road when it makes more sense. Let's grow the share price organically, and then you can do something. You can restructure the company if it makes sense. Restructure the company in a more narrow, streamlined way, something that's a little softer than some of these conversations I've had with a couple of shareholders. And I get there. I understand you want to get there, and no one wants it more than I, trust me. But again, there are no shortcuts. We're doing the right thing. We are growing the business. We are investing time and money in the structure and in the existing businesses, and things are growing, and they are continuing to perform very well. So I don't want to I think that's about all I want to say in reference to that. I just wanted to address it and not ignore it because it's come up a couple times in the past 2 weeks. But again, we are focused on restructuring and reducing debt, evaluating the existing internal structure of the organization as a whole. We have to make sure that we can streamline and as many efficiencies as possible so that we are firing on all cylinders, if you will.
In the third one, he talks about revenues. Okay, so let's look at that one.
Are firing on all cylinders, if you will. Right now, we have to take a look at capital allocation. We have to look at the performance of the existing wholly owned entities and evaluate. Again, I've said it a couple minutes ago, evaluate our minority interest and what that return is going to look like, not just for the public company, but for the shareholders. And that's versus the wholly owned subsidiaries. What's that ROI going to be? The name of the game is revenues, and I think many of you understand that. We've got to get to revenues as quickly as possible, and we got to continue to grow those revenues. That is the number one priority. So if I could summarize the whole video up, is we're doing everything we can to bring in the needed capital to expand the business, expand operations on performing entities, right? Uh, I guess getting to maximum revenues and cash flow as quickly as possible, and then having it on the balance sheet, which
And then in the fourth one, he talks about audits and the auditing and what they're doing with FINRA. So let's look at that one.
brings up the audits. I know I keep saying this, but I am going to give some updates on that. There's a few things, a few strategies that we're looking at. I want to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. I think previously I mentioned we are working with FINRA to make sure that the corporate history is where it needs to be, and that there are no gaps. Apparently, almost 20 years ago, there was a gap. We didn't go back and forth that, put together a package, and we'll probably get that submitted over the next several weeks. There's a couple of things I need to find out. You talk about some time that was before my tenure, so we need to make sure we get all the accurate. I don't want to provide something to the regulators that's not accurate, right? So that's where we're at. And then there's a few other strategies we're looking at that could potentially save some time and benefit the company significantly. But I don't want to pull the trigger yet until I have all the information, and then I'll share it with you when we get there.
And the last one, he talks about they've got some news coming out in the next few days, so that's pretty awesome.
Uh, a minor sit rep, if you will. And then we'll probably do another video next week. I got some things that we're going to be announcing because there's some decisions I have to make over the next uh, 2 to 3 days. I would say I got some letters I'm pushing out through legal. We got some things we're getting done, and then we'll put out some news, and then we'll discuss it. Okay.
So in summary, I think we think this is going to start going now, um, and this is just the beginning here. I mean, this is a good company. There's tremendous value here. Um, so anyway, that's it on the video, and I hope you guys like it. I hope that informed you, and we'll see you later. Everybody that tries DDAmanda absolutely loves her. These are all unsolicited, by the way. We didn't even ask people. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. So worth it. Probably made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Having everything I need to research on one page is definite time saver. Single day, 1525 profit. 15K on my first DD. Look at this guy. I don't know what to think about this one, man. This guy says he made 30 million. Read this shit. I don't know. He sounds kind of legit. I fucking love DDAmanda. Your program is the best tool I've ever used in the last 21 years. It just goes on and on. Okay, if you trade stocks, or if you're even thinking about trading stocks, this is for you guys. This is what you need. This is DDAmanda. It's the #1 stock screener and scanner that's out there. Um, and it uses both user input and AI to find and research winning stocks. And it says right here, easy enough to use by total beginners. There's really no learning curve at all. You can be finding stocks within about 5 minutes after you log in. And it also has a lot of advanced features that are used by professional traders. Our mission is to help you make money by investing in stocks. That's the bottom line. That's what you want from something like this, Now, I use this all the time, and I've found some amazing runners. You've got here, look at this. They give you 1 hour of free one-on-one training and instant support. Having good support on a program is just so critical, I mean, here's their phone number right here. You can just call and text. They've got some testimonials here. I want to show you these because they're pretty amazing. I mean, look at this. This is what people think of her. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. This guy made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Everything I need to research. I wasn't even in Amanda one week, and he made 10,000 bucks. So these testimonials, it just goes on and on here. So anyway, they've got if you want to try, look at all these features. Dollars traded, 7MA crossovers, all sorts of stuff. But they've got an $8 a day trial subscription, so you can check her out and see if you like her. And some other subscription levels here. Anyway, I highly recommend this, guys, and do check it out and make some money.